Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. My apologies for not being on screen. I'm actually a little bit under the weather. I'm trying to keep it together, but I need to bring you guys the new event that's going to be starting later on today, and that's going to be the Ego whatever insert number event, the final month-long event for the month of August now, which I guess is going into September at this point. But the reason why this didn't get out the other day is obviously because of the start of the Black Cat event, which we saw my first video of that. I actually did end up completing difficulty 7 of that. That video is going to be tomorrow, though, because we're here to talk about the main event today. And how you're going to be able to get a 4-star, or more, maybe, if you're doing really well in Arena, Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes, and how you're going to complete the rest of the event, and also a recap of where we're at with the month long and what to expect. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Okay. First things first, this is Ego 1382. Yeah, I couldn't remember the number, honestly. I hope they don't do this again. It's really bad for the YouTube titling for video names, but yeah, here it is. So it's actually quite good as far as, you know, where we're getting a lot more shards. It's a bit of a rehash, I suppose, of the Kid Loki event, which happened last month. But there is more shards up for grabs in the milestone than that event. It's also, I would say, a little bit more free-to-play accessible. In terms of the purple flash bits, I'm not sure what... They've actually been putting cautions in a lot of these events, which is fine. I just often don't know which one it actually is for. There is a reset charge here. The first one here at 35,900, which should be pretty easy to get. There is a second reset charge of 71,800. I think this one's going to be a little bit harder for people who are maybe top of the arena, because it is the third to last milestone. So basically milestone 18, 19, and 20. Expect these to be whale stones. However, if you are performing really well in the arena, you might have a chance to do this. In terms of the scoring, you only get points for getting the Hell Rider Orb Fragment, which is the orb for Ghost Rider, which basically you're going to open these and you are going to get some shards for Ghost Rider, as well as the shards that are available in here. A lot of it's kind of top-loaded towards the end here. You can see 40, 50, I believe it's 65, yeah, shards available in the milestone, which is actually pretty good, you know, and that's going to add on to the total shards that you're going to get out of the orb, which we'll talk about. The first things first, though, I do want to talk about the web milestone. The only reason why I'm talking about this first is because it says earn war credits to hit a 6-day milestone with rewards. That's supposed to give you Ego 1382 milestone points, 10 pads, and gold. So there is gold in here, which is great, but I don't see the milestone points for the main event here for Ego, and I don't know if this is going to get added in later or not, or if this is a mistake. So I had seen some data from the envoy suggesting that there was milestone points. It is going to be in the video, in the math sheet. Hopefully this gets added in later, because everything I've read suggests that there is, including the blog, which says it as well, actually, including Ego milestone points. So hopefully that's just a bug, and they do correct that later. And it's actually a fair bit of gold. They did actually take back, it was the envoy information actually suggested it was 17,000 points at the bottom here, but now it's been changed to 14. This is over, I think some people might get 3 wars, I don't know. But I mean, I think for me and my zone 4, I believe we're only getting 2 full war payouts. That being said, I get about 5,000 war credits per payout, and so plus the points that you get from clearing rooms. And if you buy from the war, not the war store, but the alliance, yeah, I guess that's the war store, but spending your alliance credits, if you do this, you should have a good time, not a good time, an easier time, sorry, to get to that 14k. So if you're in zone 4 like me and you only get 2 payouts, you might want to buy like 1 or 2 of these and then do the rest through your room clears. I think that should be okay across the 2 wars. Just keep that in mind. So here's the recap for the Sylvie month-long event that we've had. And basically I'm going to be scrolling to the bottom, and we're doing really well. I don't know if they intentionally messed this up or not. We're at almost 1 million points, 992k. We're at a surplus now of 192k. This includes everything that we know. So there's been a lot of additional milestone points for whatever reason. I don't know if this is to spread out the leaderboard. That's kind of what my initial thoughts were for the final leaderboard for the TVA agent and the rankings, because it goes up to top 1,000. And maybe that makes it easier to spread out, whereas maybe before perhaps some people were getting like the same amount of points. And maybe that's why, just to make it a little bit easier for the calculation for that outside of the 1 to 2%. So, or outside of the 1,000, all this stuff up here. So who knows? I also thought that this month was actually pretty good as well, because I really enjoyed the TVA gift shop, and not going to lie, but this is definitely better than not having an event store. So I thought this was pretty good, a way to get extra resources, I guess, teal resources and character shards, which actually I need to start spending, because just in case it it doesn't reset that frequently, so I need to make sure you spend your gift cards, because you don't want to be kind of with a ton of them left over without actually spending them. So whether it's teal gear or shards, just make sure you spend that. So yeah, we're in a good position, and this is actually the best position for the month that it's ever been, ever to date. So I just want to kind of put that out there, that we're at 1 mil. We've never been this high above a surplus for points. So it almost sounds like there's a catch, but nope. And there was 8 reset charges if you were trying to get the skin. You only needed 6 of them, but there were a total of 8 reset charges across the month. So keep that in mind. So let's jump on over to the actual math for Ego for Ghost Rider. So this is an arena rank. Spend arena credits and earn war credits. So some people are probably wondering, where does the spend arena credits come in? So just like for the Kid Loki event, every single day, make sure you're scrolling to the bottom. There's going to be an offer. Now, I don't know if it's like the same offer as it was for Kid Teen Loki, but I believe it was something like 1,000 daily milestone point. Yeah, holy crap, there's a lot. Anyway, down here towards where the power cores are, and you would normally get about 1,000 milestone points per day. So I don't know if that's still the case. I don't know where that's, or was it 2,000 a day? Honestly, I don't even remember. I don't know why it says web store here, but something like, I don't know if I've added this number in, but it's either 1 to 2,000 a day. I forget how much exactly. But that's where you're going to need to find it. And so that's the spend arena credit portion. And obviously the arena rank is important to your actual orb fragment payout. And we'll talk about that. And the war credits is obviously from the web milestone. So the total milestone points required for this event, 100,000 for the last one. You're probably not getting this. The 10 pads total to get all of that is going to be 39,500, including the 1 reset charge. This should be pretty easy to get. The 71,800 for the second reset charge, I think this is going to be a little bit harder to get for average players. There's a total of 65 Ghost Rider shards. You do need to get to 50,300 milestone points in order to get that. That's before the second reset charge, so that should be quite a bit easier. Let me zoom in a couple more times there. And like I said, I'm not exactly sure how many daily milestone points from the arena credit portion, the spending portion is. This is the information that I had for my Kid Loki thing, and I don't remember if this was combined with the web milestone or not. But there is supposed to be 6,000 points from the Trapped in the Void. That should be added, I hope, later on, because it said it's supposed to have that. So I did include this portion. That's how many main milestone points are supposed to be in there. Also, this is the estimated value of the Kid Loki orb that I did the calculations for last time. So this is highly possible that they did a copy and paste, and this is what you should expect for the Ghost Rider orb. It was 5.18 when you actually added in all of the pillars that had the shards for him, all the different odds and things like that. So 5.18 is the estimated value of the orb, unless things drastically change. That's what we're going to be using for calculating how many shards that you're going to be able to get. Now, the post is, actually I have it down here, it was on the side as well, but this is the arena rank payout down here. So depending on where you land, this is going to be how many orb fragments that you're going to be getting per day. So I kind of did the event and the math in mind that you're going to be doing at least 251 to 500, maybe 101 to 250, something like this. I hope that you're in the top 500 in arena. Otherwise, you probably will still get them unlocked. It's just you'll struggle with the event a little bit, and you might not be able to get everything as much if you are not at least that high, but you should be able to at least get the unlock, I would suspect. So this is a good range because you're getting 6,000 or 3 orbs per day here at this one. And of course, it's a 6-day event. So anything more than that, goes all the way up to 9,000 if you're in the top 10. I'm not that super competitive. Like I probably could. I'm actually in like the top 20-ish right now. But I know that during these events, typically they get a little bit more hectic. And if I could... I don't know. If I could stay in the top 50, I'd be happy with that personally, because that's still 4 orbs. I'm okay with that. So that's my goal for this one personally. So the total reasonable points, and I did actually include 101 to 250. I need to change this a little bit. Probably because I upped my what I thought was reasonable anyway. So I took the 7,000 and then I multiplied this by 6, and then which I had down here. So the total orb ranks from your arena rank in the top 250 here is 27 orbs over 6 days. That's the 7,000 times 6. That gives you 21 orbs, and there's also going to be 6 additional orbs, which you're going to be getting, of course, from the daily arena store credits. Sorry, spending the arena credits in the offer store. So that's what I did add there. So that's 27 total orbs, and then I added that in here as well by multiplying that. And then I added the 6,000 milestone points from the web milestone in Trapped in the Void. So if you are consistently getting 101 to 250 payout, then you should expect about 60,000 milestone points. So that's pretty good right there. That gives you all of the Ghost Rider shards, all of the 65 Ghost Rider shards, but it doesn't give you the reset charge. So you're kind of like 12,000 points short of that. Honestly, if you're going to get that, you're basically needing to probably get in the top 10. It's really tough. That reset charge is going to be really hard to get. You're basically going to need to probably be in the top 10 arena rank payout in order to get a chance, at least free to play anyways, to get this without spending to get additional milestone points. So kind of expect that. I don't expect people to get the second reset charge. I just kind of wanted to temper people's expectations. Now, in terms of estimated shards, you can take the 27 and then obviously multiply that by the EV that I have up here, 5.18, and then add 65, and that should give you 140, which is then plus the 65 plus the orbs is 205. So a 4-star, if you're in the top 250 in arena, a 4-star should be more than possible. Now, what's great about 205 is actually it's above 4-star. So if your orb RNG is really crap, that maybe that would be enough to kind of compensate for that a little bit. So you don't need insane luck to get the 4-star. And this doesn't include the 5 shards from the free claim. So actually be more closer to 210. I just didn't really add that in there. So that puts you about 30 shards above the 4-star, which is actually pretty good, all things considered. And also don't forget that there will be additional strike passes, things like that, you know, because right now we already have one ongoing for Photon. This is the battle pass. So I would expect that probably in a couple of weeks, honestly, that you'll see another one, maybe even sooner, for Ghost Rider, because they're already in for the Secret Defenders with Photon, and honestly it's really surprising. So you'll have another chance to get some additional shards. So depending on how hard you push on this, if you're just short of 4-star, you'll probably get it with the pass. If you're a little bit higher than that, maybe your orb luck is really good, who knows, maybe you'll get 5-star after the pass. So, you know, some really good changes in terms of, I'm not going to say well, I guess it's shard availability for the character shard availability rather than farmability, but hey, that's just me. So some final notes for this. Given the data from Team Loki's event, we can suggest how hard this event will be and or where you need to be to unlock Ghost Rider. Like I said, you know, if you're within, especially within the top 500, you'll be fine. If you're a little bit less than that, it might be a little bit harder. Obviously, we could do some mock math of this. So take the 4,500 times it by 6 days, that's 27,000. You know, plus the stuff above, you'll still get the Tempad stuff actually, but whether or not you'll unlock him is another matter. So that's 27,000. That's like almost 14 orbs, plus the 6 that you get from the offers. What would I say? So 14, almost 14, 20 times. You know what? You actually probably will. Times 5.18. You'll probably just barely make a 3-star unlock for Ghost Rider if you're in one of these ranks. So it's actually pretty reasonable. This is a very reasonable event in my opinion. So that's what it is there. And don't forget to make sure that you're looking both on the web store. I hope that this gets changed. And also actually the daily free claim from the web store as well. So that's what I meant, I think. It was the daily free claim from the web store plus in the arena offers in game. So make sure you're checking both, because you need to do this every single day. Make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom. Make sure you're checking this out every single day. Make sure you're going to the web store and you're checking that out, the store up here, and the daily free claims should give you what you need for that. And then make sure you're claiming this stuff, and hopefully they add in the main milestone points like is suggested. So overall, easy event, and hopefully it's not too difficult and your arena just doesn't go wild for the next 6 days. Otherwise, we'll have the next month-long event coming, and we'll probably hear from that on the Friday blog post, honestly. So that's going to be the end of this video, everyone. happy hunting, happy arena hunting, happy black cat trial hunting, all of that. And there'll be some more videos in the days to come. So that's the end of this one. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.